We're very thankful to represent Troy today at this tournament. We love this tournament. It's the greatest city it could be in Pensacola. We appreciate the Sun Belt Conference. It's a very professionally run tournament, and I can't say enough good about that. So we're thankful to be representing Troy here today. You know, last year the way the tournament went, if you got the 4 seed, if you were one of the top 4, you didn't really have a disadvantage because the other teams played at Pensacola State College. But in this tournament, we knew that you're coming on the floor cold to play a team who built up a lot of confidence and had a win on the floor. So we knew that coming in. We knew that it was going to be a fight in the second half. We knew that. The fact that we don't always start very well to begin with, but also, you know, just that fact right there, that they had seen the ball go through the net for 40 minutes and we came, you know, cold, that's part of it. So a come-from-behind win was in our plan. A come-from-behind win, trapping, pulling out every defense at the end. That's what we totally expected to do. Old Dominion, one of the best defensive teams in the nation. I watched them in their last game against Georgia State. I was able to be here live and watch it. And I kept thinking, you know, Georgia State needs to get to the goal, get to the goal. And then when I went back and watched the film, I'm like, there's a reason they're not getting to the goal. It's because Old Dominion's really good. They're really good on defense. There again, my staff and I knew that it was going to take time to turn the tide and get a lead in this game. So none of those things surprised us, you know, and then we ended up at the game where we thought we should be in a chance to win it. And that's my opening statement.
Okay, we'll open up for questions in the back.
Hey, Mike.
You made the statement about the number 5 cutting in cold playing against, the number 4 playing the number 5 cold and stuff. Is there any more solutions to trying to have that from happening again? Because it totally, what we're looking at, it is kind of unfair.
It is a factor, but I don't begrudge it because it's part of the game. I mean, you look across the nation, you want to get your better seeds a rest in the beginning. And we've looked at it many ways. I've been in many meetings, and I don't begrudge the tournament or the setup of that. I think it's good. It's just something you have to factor in your game plan. And we did. And it kind of was going like we thought. We didn't really plan to get down by 15 in the fourth quarter, but we've had 5 or 6 victories this year where we were down by more than that in the fourth quarter against some Power 5 teams too. So we're no stranger to that situation, you know.
In the back again.
Okay. Also, the fourth quarter, knowing your style of play and stuff and how you set the defense, did you think that you guys will be within 1 point with less than 5 seconds left in the game? I mean, to really have a chance?
Sure. I mean, we would like to have been sooner, but again, go back and just look at what we do. Look at the books or look at the film. This is what we do. We make these big, raging, come-from-behind wins. We knew we were going to have to do it in this game. We knew it. Again, you know, just the setup and the way we come in and play a team with confidence on the floor. We knew we were going to have to, so we would love to, again, not for it to have been 15 points, but if you look at it, we've come from behind 20 and 22 points before in the fourth quarter.
The performance of Chanda, she was spectacular, especially going into that fourth quarter. I mean, she really kept the team going, you know, and getting those opportunities.
Yes.
What you have to say about her play?
She's dynamic. She's special. She's a Troy player through and through. You know, I can't imagine a better match made in heaven than May Hallman and Troy women's basketball because she has that fighter spirit. Maybe because she's small. She's always had to fight back, always. And so she's who we want in there leading everything, the comeback. She's really good at it. And she's best when her back's against a wall. The more down we get, the better she gets. She's the one kid that I'm not a yeller and I'm not a screamer, but if I have to call a timeout and yell and scream, it electrifies her and she electrifies the team. So I can't say enough about how she played, how she scored, but also how she inspires the team.
Leggett in the fourth quarter, I believe she scored those 12 points of hers in the fourth quarter. How big was that, especially a local girl from this area and stuff, and, you know, coming in and not really getting time, but she came in the fourth quarter and she really added on to that 31 points you guys had in the fourth quarter.
Yes, can't say enough about Amber. You know, she joined us the second half of the year after, you know, going on and being employed, having a great job, and she still has a job. She's doing it all, but she had a lot on the line today because, you know, she left her job in Texas to come here to finish this year out with one thing in mind, to lead us to a championship, with one thing in mind. And we had talked about it. We were like, just if we could just get by the first game. Again, the thing where you come on the floor cold against a really good team with confidence on the floor. If we could just get by the first team, we felt like this one was going to be the toughest. So she gave her all down the stretch. She had great composure. She showed great maturity. She showed great determination. I just hate that it ended up this way for her. And I hate that forever she'll look back on this the way that ended out there.
Now, there is not a rumor, but there's something that happened late in the fourth quarter
Mm-hmm.
once they got the ball and stuff. Apparently, someone said it was a six-play run.
Mm-hmm.
Were they inbound or were they on the side, just about close to the table?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, thank you for asking. I'm sure everybody will see it if you haven't already. But there was a reason one person was open. It's because there was one person throwing the ball in and then 5 more on the floor. So that's 6. And so we covered everybody perfectly that we could. But there was one person wide open because there was an extra person out there. And, you know, strange things happen in basketball and with officiating and this and that. Believe me, I know. Look back at our last NCAA tournament. I mean, things happen. But I don't agree with the fact that it wasn't correctable. I don't agree with that because, you know, they were able to stop the game many times for reviewable things. And this was pretty big at the end. And maybe back in the day before we had technology, maybe that could hold true, that once the referees leave the floor, nothing can be done about it. But with reviewable, with everybody's going to see that. Everybody's going to see what happened. And I don't want the official to be shown in a bad light either. I wanted them to have a chance to correct it, just like I wanted my team to have a chance to. That would have been a technical. We were down by 1. We would have gotten 2 free throws with an 82% free throw shooter, and we would have gotten the ball back. But now it's over. I don't think anybody wants that. I don't think the referees are going to look back on that and want that to happen. Nobody won right there. I'm not going to say nobody won right there, but I don't want it to look bad on this tournament, you know, but I do want to fight for my girls. I do want everybody to know what happened. We made one of the greatest comebacks at this tournament ever, probably. Did it fair and square, did it with all heart, and then that's what it came down to. It's very hard for me to explain that and go in and explain that to them. I want them to leave with a great impression of this tournament, of being a Troy Trojan, and it's hard to find the words when that happened. Yes.
Harry Minnie from MotoNewsSports.com. Was that on the inbounds play where Amari Young scored the basket, or was it on the last play?
4.7 seconds were on the clock. Okay. 4.7. Yeah. So 4.7 seconds. We covered everybody. The extra person got the ball, went and scored, and the ball game, you know, basically.
Any other questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. And I want to thank y'all from Sunbelt. It's a great tournament. You know, nobody wanted that to end out there like that. I appreciate my administration for trying their best to get to the bottom of it. I appreciate everybody here. I hope you guys continue to have a great tournament. Thank you.